Hello, this is an asynchronous learning tutorial for Google Forms. What you have in front of you is a HyperDoc, and on this HyperDoc, I'm putting the tasks and what resources you might need in order to complete the tasks. Go over here. So the way that I've kind of put this together is you can do it one of two different ways. You can either watch the entire video and then do whatever you're being asked to do, or there will be certain points you'll be able to stop in these videos and be able to try different things out and then resume. So to kind of start things off, what I want to do is show you how I use Google Forms currently in my classroom. I'll show you a few different things that I've done. Obviously, making quizzes. This is a quiz that I put together for second graders to be able to take a district test. So I just took a test that was paper pencil and then processed it and made it into a Google form so that it can be taken online. Then students can also use Read Write in order to insert answers into the form as well to accommodate any learning need that might arise. Another way that I've used Google Forms in the classroom is by doing point sheets. We've all had that experience where point sheets happen to go missing at some point over the day. So this is kind of a double check that you could have for a point sheet, or it could be the point sheet itself, where you meet with a student and go over before the end of class what they scored in the different areas and such. This way it ensures that the data is getting taken and then it all gets logged into a Google Sheet, which is really handy for special ed teachers to be able to total points and see how the student did over the course of the day. Another way that I've used this is for just trying to come up with simple, hey, what do you guys want to do sort of survey questions. So we got to pick the winter theme for a Friday at our school. So I came up with some different choices that the fifth graders could have, and then they selected each one of whatever one they thought was the best, and we ended up doing that. Here's one that I put together for choosing what movie we wanted to watch for a celebration. So just kind of surveying there. And this one was kind of interesting. This was for one of those chain letter kind of things that you send around to different schools and find out where your chain letter went. Put that one together for a chain letter I had gotten just to kind of see where it was ending up. Another really cool way of using it is as students are signing up to do projects. So I had fourth graders that were researching different states. So I had them go on here and decide what states that they wanted to do. And what's really nice with Google Forms is it will automatically put items into the spreadsheet. And so I would get the student's name and what their different choices were. And then I could go through and kind of assign so I was sure I wouldn't get repeats of projects. So that was a nice way to kind of just condense down the information for that. Another way that I've used it is as I was transitioning to going to more flexible seating, looking at what students actually wanted and needed for their seating preferences. So they could go through and kind of select what kind of floor or place worked well for them as they were learning what they needed for their environment. I let them name a few people that they work okay by and 3 people that they don't work okay by. And then that way I could go ahead and assign them a place that's appropriate for them and meet their needs. Another way that I've used it is during Community Circle. And I've had students take the survey before. And this is whenever I noticed that that there were a few things that we needed to work on in the classroom, and I wanted the students to kind of come to that same conclusion. So I had them take the survey, and the nice thing about this is that it was able to actually create a summary so that we could look at the graphs and then discuss them. So looking at how students like to work and talking about what worked best for them, coming to the conclusion, yes, we need a quiet environment because everybody, the majority of the class said that they need a quiet environment to work in. Talking about safety in school. So we brought this up a few different times to talk about different parts over the course of the week. So that was a way that I used it for Community Circle, which was kind of fun. All right. So there's lots of different things beyond tests that you can use this for. Super handy tool. I think you guys are really going to enjoy. So for your first task, let's actually go into Google Forms. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up a new tab and you want to go to the Google homepage. Then you're going to go up to this thing up here. It's called the waffle. And you're going to notice, well, there's no Google Forms here. Well, you got to scroll down just a little bit, click on Google Forms, and it'll pop up. Click the plus here, and that will give you a new form. Go ahead and try that right now.